Hip flexor stretch with Marmar. Kneeling on a mat, step the left foot forward, making sure that the position is not too long or too short. Front knee stays behind the toes. Tuck the tailbone forward and back a few times, getting a sense of how that feels in the body. For this stretch, we want to maintain a posterior pelvic tilt throughout the stretch, meaning tucking the tailbone under us forward. Rotating the hips and the trunk a few times to the left and to the right, getting a sense of how that feels in the body. First, tucking the tailbone forward. Second, rotating the hips and trunk to the left. And we hold the stretch for a minute. We want to breathe deeply and all throughout the minute, holding the posterior pelvic tilt, as well as the slight rotation of the hips and the trunk to the left side. If the rotation adds too much tension, we can simply hold the pelvic tilt without the rotation. Continuing to breathe deeply, relaxing the shoulders, the neck, and the head, and releasing any tension anywhere else in the body that we may be holding onto that is not necessary. Feeling and enjoying the stretch in the hip flexor region and enjoying the deep breaths. That was a minute. Second option is the same stretch, adding an arm. So, same position as before with the posterior pelvic tilt and the slight rotation. And we're pulling the trailing arm, in this case the left arm, over slightly to the right side and holding for a minute. Adding a stretch on the side of the body. Maintain the posterior pelvic tilt, the slight rotation, as well as the left arm pulled slightly over to the right side. Deep breath. Feeling the stretch and enjoying the breath. That was our minute. Let's switch sides. Right leg forward, not too far forward. Making sure front knee stays behind our toes and tucking the pelvis forward and back a few times, getting a sense of how it feels on this side. So first, tucking the pelvis forward, posterior pelvic tilt. Second, rotating the hips and the trunk. First, we maintain the posterior pelvic tilt. Second, rotating the body towards the right side. And this time, I'm going to go ahead and pull the arm right away. And we hold for a minute. It's always the same arm being pulled to the side as the trailing leg or the side of the hip flexors that we're stretching. Please note that if you do the option without the arm first, it's better to do that same option on both sides, and then add the option with the arm and do it for both sides. So either a minute on each side or 2 minutes on each side. Deep breath and enjoying the stretch.